Okay, good afternoon. I know everybody got the release as we started practice, stating that Hayden Reddick will be our starter for the Norfolk State game on September 5th. I'm disappointed. 5 of our players broke curfew. I'm disappointed that Chris Laviano used a fake ID to try to go into an establishment that he shouldn't be in. I'm really disappointed. But much like my own children, as they do things to disappoint you, you still love them. You hold them accountable. There have to be consequences, and then we move forward. So we'll be moving forward now. I thought it was good practice out here today. I thought the players really competed. We're not as fast as we will be a week and a half from now. We've already begun the process of bringing it back a little bit. Our legs are a little bit heavy. That's all part of training camp. Questions?
Are you cooperating with an investigation from the university into an alleged email to a professor regarding Nadir Barnwell?
Nobody told me that there is an investigation at this point, but I will cooperate with whatever process the university has. Other than that, I'll just refer to my statement. I want to be respectful to whatever process the university has.
You said it's commonplace to have faculty at practice. Is it commonplace to actually send an email from a personal email to a professor regarding the status of the player?
Again, I'm going to be respectful to the university process. You have my statement from before practice. We'll just refer to that for now.
Does that add any kind of distraction at all to you or this team?
If the team allows it. We can't afford any distractions. So, I think we've got a pretty strong-minded team. So, we'll see as time goes on.
Just to follow up a question about the statement. It's my understanding that there's a separation of church and state when it comes to coaches and professors. Is it typical to inquire about what an athlete can do to improve a grade?
Let me just say this, without getting in the way of the university process. I have a lot of communication with teachers. I teach classes on campus. I was a member of a faculty for 4 years. So to me, I don't know why you would want to have a separation of church and state. We're all part of the same university. We all want the same things for our student athletes.
Is there a level that where it could cross the line? I mean, obviously coaches need a player eligible.
You have my statement from before.
Are you aware of any university policies, Kyle, to that regard? Because it seems as if you feel comfortable talking with professors, so your understanding would be that there isn't anything prohibiting it, I would presume.
Well, again, we have professors who come to practice. We have professors that are part of our recruiting weekends. I teach classes on campus, so I welcome those interactions. Again, I think we're all part of it. We're all part of the same university.
I know you said you're unaware of any investigation, but did you contact anybody about the university about the incident?
Nobody has contacted me specifically to say anything about this.
What is Nadir's status right now? Nadir Barnwell.
Nadir's eligible for practice right now.
Regarding the quarterbacks and suspensions, what happens when Chris's suspension is up? Does Hayden remain the starter then, or do you not know?
No, I don't think we want to live in that world. Right now the situation is what it is. Hayden's going to start the game. Chris is going to be suspended for the first half.
So this is probably along those same lines, but was Hayden going to win the job?
Those are all hypotheticals. I don't think we want to live in a world of hypotheticals. We've got a very specific situation that happened. You know the reaction to that situation, and now we'll just go forward from there.
Kyle, would you consider releasing that email that might be in question if it came to that?
What I have to do is go through the university process first before I can really make any decisions on any of that stuff.
Kyle, can you talk about how close this quarterback competition was? Because it's obviously a tough decision. You went beyond the original arbitrary deadline. It seemed like it was very close.
Sure, it is very close. There's not a lot of separation between the two. I'm really pleased with how both quarterbacks have grown through this training camp. I think they've both done a good job. I think the team, and in the past I spoke about, winning the locker room, the team, which really refers to kind of the team having confidence in that player. And I feel really, really good that the team has confidence in both those players.
What has Hayden done specifically to kind of elevate his play?
It's always really the same 3 things: running the team, making great decisions, protecting the football. If you do those things, you got a chance to be a really successful quarterback in this system.
Obviously you mentioned disappointment in all 5 guys, but to see Ruhan's name in there again, any extra disappointment there? Did you consider not giving him a 3rd chance?
Well, I don't want to discuss kind of that process. That's really between me and the player. I'm just going to stick to this situation. I'm disappointed in this situation.
When it comes to the quarterbacks, you had said you wanted to go with one guy and give him kind of a long leash to grow into it. Does the suspension change that? Does it mean that Hayden won't have that leash and you'll kind of continue assessing? How does that work?
I don't think we can answer that question right now. I think we got to get to the first game. We got to play the first half and then make all our decisions from there.
Couple 2 more questions.
You mentioned a couple times wanting to win the locker room. How does Chris getting suspended affect his perception in the locker room?
No, I think that's a fair question, and I think ultimately that'll be more about how he responds to this than anything else.
I'm concerned overall of just a discipline problem on the team when things like this happen in a few others.
No, I mean, again, for the most part, I'm pleased with the way our team has handled themselves. We have 105 players on the team, really, plus more. We have some guys that are injured who don't count in the 105 right now. They're not perfect people. Things are going to come up, and when they come up, we have to address them and we have to move forward. Thank you.